Coming up, his new movie, Spinning Gold, takes us on the journey of a music industry legend. Jeremy Jordan is here. That's coming up next.
We were launching Casablanca Records. The artists worked with us, not for us. They were family. Kiss, the Isley Brothers, Donna Summer, Bill Withers, Parliament, Gladys Knight.
My people from Georgia, they would never take a plane to Houston.
Let's go to Georgia. Give me some peaches.
You really spent all the $3 million Warner's gave you as an advance.
Actually, I spent $4 million. Just another day at the office.
Oh, this looks good. Yes. That was a look at the new biopic, Spinning Gold, starring Jeremy Jordan.
And he joins us now. Please welcome Jeremy to the show.
To the bar.
Jeremy, man, this is my era. I'm all about the 70s. Let's toast your new movie. Salud.
Salud. I'm scared with this
Here
one.
we go.
What are we drinking? This looks fancy, Jeremy.
I think it's real gold on the rim, though. So, you know, hope your stomach
I wanted you to come in character with the chops down and the good hair. Who are you playing in this movie?
I play Neil Bogart, who was the founder of Casablanca Records back in the 70s and discovered Donna Summer, Kiss, Parliament, Village People, all sorts of incredible acts.
Great people, man. And it's so cool to be able to hear the stories behind these, because a lot of Village People, they didn't sing. I remember originally.
Oh yeah, only the cops sang.
Hey, that's all you need.
None of the other guys sang any of it.
I remember, and Kiss too was, I mean, they're an iconic band now, but correct me if I'm wrong, they didn't blow up until they started doing the makeup and all the antics.
Well, no, they
later,
always had the makeup and all the antics, but they couldn't figure out how. They had great live shows, but nobody would buy the records.
Right.
And so they had to, over years, try to figure out the right sort of marketing to get them there. And there's a lot of strife and turmoil on the way, but they figured it out.
That's so cool. And you play Neil's son.
Oh, I play
Neil, and Neil's son directs this movie.
Yes.
That's a lot of pressure.
Yeah. So I thought it was going to be a lot of pressure. He wrote and directed and produced it. And, you know, so it's this really passionate project for him. But he, from the very beginning, was never concerned in, like, making us try to do carbon copies of the real people. Now, this guy, you know, there was a little bit of video of him, but he died in the early 80s and people didn't know who he was. And so the whole point of this is to, like, get to know the guy behind the scenes.
Pay homage.
And
did he pass away young?
Yeah, I mean, he was in his late 30s.
Oh, really?
Yeah, cancer.
Really?
But wow. And so, you know, it was never like, oh, you have to do it exactly like this. When he sort of brought me in for the role, he's like, you already have this energy that reminds me of my father. So I want you to, like, take control, take ownership of this role. And he really encouraged me to make it my own. And we collaborated and built it together and kind of reimagined him in this fun, a little bit extravagant kind of a way. If you watch the movie, there's some liberties taken, but we do it on purpose because, you know, memories from those days, everybody was, you know.
It's a little blurry. It's a little
did
it actually happen?
No, they put platters of Coke going around.
I know. It's
like a Tuesday.
You know, you ask like 5 people what happened on a specific day, and they're going to give you 5 completely different stories.
Absolutely.
And so, you know, what's true, I'm not sure, but we'll find the most fun way to tell it.
Best era ever. Best era.
Do
you get, so was he a singer? Do you get to sing in this?
A little bit. You know, he's a showman, and he was always born with this sort of showman's energy. He was like a perpetual motion machine, did not stop literally until the day he died. And he wanted to be a singer at first, so he tried that. Didn't really pan out, and then he tried to be a dancer, and that didn't. You know, so he always had that drive within him to do that.
Sure.
And then he ends up behind the scenes of these incredible artists. But I think in the back of his mind, he still had that desire.
Yeah.
And so we kind of weave that within the movie a little bit, and he gets to kind of end his own story in a really special way.
So for the director, is it a love letter to his dad?
Oh, 100%. And only in the way only a love letter to your father who was alive and living in the 70s could be.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, he was not perfect, and he burnt a lot of bridges and made a lot of people angry, but at the same time made this incredible impact in the music world. And just nobody, especially now, 40 plus years later, they don't know who he is. And so getting to watch a son and his family's brother did all the music for the movie and wrote a couple original songs for the film.
Cool.
And getting to see this family kind of celebrate their father and bring his story to life is really beautiful, while at the same time getting to celebrate all these incredible artists that we already know.
Yeah, they're timeless, and the music still goes on. And it's such a cool cast too. I mean, you've got cameos by Wiz Khalifa, Lettucey, Jason Derulo, my boy Sebastian Maniscalco's
What's
in it.
Sebastian doing?
What does Sebastian play there?
He is not a funny character.
Oh, nice. He's a bad guy. Good.
Wait a
No,
minute,
he's not a
look at
bad
him,
guy.
Mario.
He plays like a German Italian guy, and it's so funny. I mean, love Sebastian Maniscalco, so I'm expecting to show up, and he's gonna be doing his like thing.
Yeah,
he was like. I'm a very serious actor.
Yeah.
You know. And he was
like
like, he
when
was
he
never
crosses
left
over.
he never dropped the accent of he's got this like weird accent. It was like very
He went
strange.
method.
He
Sebastian
went method. So I never got to know him. So
I think
we
that's
gotta
so
hang out.
cool for
That's
Sebastian.
awesome.
You ready to play a little game?
Let's do it.
Grab your mic, everybody. Since you play a record executive in Spinning Gold,
Okay.
we're going to play our own version of musical Hot Potato.
Oh, we should switch then.
Yeah,
yeah,
switch
yeah.
to me here. I'm going to read a line,
Okay.
okay, that was sung by a Casablanca recording artist, and you're going to fill
who's
it
gonna
in.
start? Well,
Why don't you start?
You start since you got the
Jeremy,
mic.
you start. And as soon as you know it, you pass it over.
All right, okay,
Let's
great.
start with the Village People, the cop that was singing, okay?
I know this.
It's fun to stay at the...
YMCA. Come
Okay, every man ought to be a...
Every man ought to be a what? This is from the Village People?
A...
Every man, every man ought to be a macho man.
Yes,
Yes,
okay.
that's
Now
it.
let's go to
You
little
gotta sell
Donna
it a little,
Summer.
Hoover.
They told me not to give it to
Go.
Donna Summer. Oh, I need you by me, beside me, to guide me.
To hold me, to scold me. 'cause
Yes.
I'm bad. I'm
So
yeah.
bad, yes.
Sticking with Donna Summer. She works hard for the money, so you better.
You better treat her right.
Yes, here we
you
go.
better treat her right. She
Okay,
works hard
let's
for that
get a
money.
little kiss. Pretend you have the makeup. I want to rock and roll all night and...
Party every day, baby.
Yes.
Sticking with Kiss, I was made for loving you, baby. You were made for...
Loving me.
Yeah. Okay. Let's end with a little Gladys Knight
Okay,
and the
okay,
Pips.
okay.
The world he left behind not so long ago. He's leaving on that...
Midnight train to
Oh,
Georgia.
there you
Hey,
go.
I think we passed.
All right, we passed. Great to see
both
you.
win.
That's right.
Congrats
That's
on
awesome.
this.
so
This
much.
is awesome. You can catch Jeremy in Spinning Gold when it hits theaters this Friday.
Yes, checking that out for sure. Coming up, we're going to be breaking down the top 3